everybody know that our lecture, previous lecture material for PPT. Today is your project focused on the climate resilience. So what is the climate resilience? So why this is important? So the ability of an ecosystem, society, or business to anticipate, prepare for, and respond to the impact of climate change. It is based on understanding climate-related risk and vulnerabilities, implementing the measure necessary to effectively manage this risk, because global warming is very, very risk for our Earth, including our people, and including also animal in, for example, ecosystem, including human. So in this case, climate warming and then climate change is sharply increased temperature, increased temperature condition, too much suffering for human, plant, animal, all kind of organism. So that's why climate resilience is very important. How we can manage the climate change. So why is climate resilience important? This rising temperatures are increasing the volatility of climate patterns and leading to more frequent and then severe climate hazard, including extreme weather events, heat waves, wildfires, and rising sea levels. So that's why all of things are very important. So how we can reduce climate global warming risk. So I'm not taking all of a lecture. So I would like to discuss all kind of things, including climate change and then climate resilience, including how we can approach design of experiment. So what kind of research can focus all of your team? So there is a much better time to share and then discuss with all of you. So that's why anybody ask or some of curious question or interesting things or
네,
some of your idea.
하나만.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, tell me something.
그냥 들어오면서 마이크가 켜져서 그런 것 같습니다.
Mhm. All of students, any question or something, you can ask something or we can share some of discussion of the issue. So how we basically in our knowledge, how we can reduce or we can recover some climate resilience. So to release global warming. Anybody tell us something? So solar energy, for example, solar energy or water, earth, some wind, bio, all kind of things, energy. That is, we say, reused energy. Some Korean name is 재생 energy.
Like
Something like
energy.
Would you tell us again?
Like hydraulic energy from the water.
Or water?
Yeah, energy that is produced by the water.
Yeah, that is one of to generate energy, kind of electric energy, something like that. So, for example, electricity. That's we use the oil. However, solar energy, water, and then some of earth energy, and then wind, biofuel energy, all kind of things. We remake the energy without fossil uh, oil to reduce CO2 carbon dioxide level in the earth. Do you understand?
Yes, thanks.
Understand.
Yeah, basically, we planting the plant, all kind of plant in the mountain, in some forest. So in plant has a cell, we say eukaryotic cell, that cell containing chloroplast, and then chloroplast capture CO2 from atmosphere, right? And then to reduce the CO2 level. Also, that is very, very important. That's why we planting the plant in the earth. However, unfortunately, uh, for developing of things to set up the uh, industry, that's why he removed the plant in the forest. So that's why gradually the forest plant's population is reduced, and then plant cannot take CO2 level. So that's why CO2 level is very important to reduce from Earth. That's why we can reduce climate warming. Climate warming, climate warming in the Earth.
Morning, Professor, and morning, Miss Kim.
Yeah.
Can we talk about like making a lot of planting for some fibers so it
Mm.
can reduce the atmosphere CO2?
Yeah.
Or can we use another energy like hydraulic one or ionic one for reducing the carbon footprint?
Uh, can you, if you can you write in the chatting?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Briefly. So, and then also climate resilience is only the not only the way. So, okay, chatting, may we talk about massive planting for reducing carbon footprint, or can hydraulic and aero energy can be used for reducing CO2 production? Yes, of course. I think CO2 production significantly we can reduce by massive planting, and then this kind of thing. Because if you some of our plant product we cannot use too much, and then they cannot make the product. So that's why in the planting, lots of massive production is very too much CO2 level. For example, uh, uh, for industrial, and then some kind of a plant produce some many different things, including every day we can use some um, shampoo and some kind of cosmetic, something like that, all kind of things that is a product. So that's why we can, if we can, we can reduce that kind of product, and then we can reduce the CO2 production in the world. That's a good question.
Thank you.
Mhm. Any question for climate resilience? If we don't have, and then I'm gonna move another issue. Kind of how we can write the scientific writing. Why this is important? Why we need this kind of writing for science story? For example, every day also in our lab, so we are doing the research with our student. After that, so we repeat over again at least 3 times to generate the data, and then biologically we repeat 3 times, and then we got some data, and then after that we made this kind of data, and what deeply we can discuss with the student, and then also we can study. We studied some kind of reference in other groups. So also one of the data confirm, however, a different method. When then we can approach 3 different methods and then check over again. And then 3 different experimental method is the same result. That means we can confirm when then we generate some data and then making story, and then we can writing the publication manuscript and then submit scientific journal. So that's why scientific writing is very important. Uh, uh, First of all, we can design or observation of some kind of interesting things, and then we can make the hypothesis formation and then prediction. After prediction, we can do experiment, different experimental method, and then generate some data, and then make a conclusion. That kind of series is scientific approach. So of course, we can you have to think about 3 different steps. What kind of audience? For example, our science data is for example, in our case, plant society scientist. So what is the audience? Who is the audience? That means we can focus on the scientific writing. And then another one is, so what do you think about? So if you decide the audience and then what kind of thinking, and then the other one, so what kind of information you can transfer and generate and then notice or publication. That's why scientific writing is very important. So, for example, always I told our students, if you're writing the thesis or article, some kind of things, so it's very, very slowly, some kind of from the mountain, the top, and then water is comes through the downstream, and then very naturally. That's scientific writing is very important. So from the top down and then downstream very well smoothly, and then that is very important. Writing is that kind of things. So also if you get some of data, and then most of based on my experience, most of high school students, for example, RNE program, they generate some of data. However, they tried once or some without control, or and then they treated some of experiments without, they don't know about the concentration exactly. However, so scientific data is very important to design first, and then after generate data, so we say raw data. For example, gene expression, and then some of observation, and then just take a photo without scale, without any some detailed description. And then some of raw data just only show the Excel file, just a number. That is not good. So some other people can be easily understanding. That's why visualization is very important for data. So, for example, kind of small increase and then large increase kind of graph, right? And then some of data very easily understanding by other people, and then visualization is very important. And then some nice figure, and then graph, and then table, and some kind of things. And then after getting the data, and then also we have to writing detail for figure legend. That's very important. So, and then also some of most of student decide the title. The title is very, very also important. When you look at the title, and then this is this article or project is what kind of things we can prediction based on the title. However, the broad of title and then it's that means not good. But title is very concise and then also clear. That is better, much better. Also, abstract kind of summary of your project, and summary is just concise and just based on your data, and then writing very simply, and then understanding other people. Okay, any questions? And then we can discuss something. Based on the chatting, just to make sure we are on the same page, what is massive planting? Massive planting means, for example, in biology, animal, plant, and microorganism. Planting tree or this renewable energy generator. renewable means biofuel, and then garbage, for example, paper, and then we reuse it and then make the energy. Kind of renewable energy generator means including tree and then other not oil. What is another one is what is the massive? Massive means huge things. For example, in case of plant, massive biomass production is massive. That means a lot. Any question for, okay. Can you give examples of a title that is not good and what is good? Okay. One moment. For example, so can you give examples of the scientific writing and how can we avoid them? Previous then, and can you give example something? But my question is that molecular characterization of drought stress genes in Arabidopsis. Drought stress genes, molecular characterization and drought stress genes. That is very broad. It's not a focus, only drought stress genes. This is kind of things is not good title. However, for example, functional analysis of early drought stress responsive genes. That means much more focus. For example, do you understand? So we focused on early drought stress, not abroad. So another question, what are the most important topics we must prioritize in our scientific writing? First of all, your group, your team, discuss with your people, with your group. What kind of focusing? So what kind of main project? And then all of a group can divide some of kind of work and then study and then gathering again after 5 days. And then everybody discourse, and then decide what is the main curious or observation or something like that. And then after that, you can decide the title, and then after title, and then what kind of for this kind of purpose. So how we can approach, and then you can search different type of experiment, very very detailed. For example, some kind of treatment, how long, what condition, um, and then after that, how we can harvest the sample, and then uh, time course, and then after get generate data, and then how we can generate data, how many times, when we do start, during the 1 hour, or, for example, 6 months, we have a time. And then this kind of experiment we can do, is it possible for 6 months or not? How, but science is not straightforward. Sometimes we made a mistake. We cannot generate some of data. So that's why, so many different things we have to think about in your group. That's very important. Mm. Can we build our title to be interesting and then catching? But you can first two different things. So we can try the design of the title first, or first title is later. Some of them based on your data based on your data, and then you can make the title. There's two different things. First, try decide the title, or after getting the data, and then you can change the title for based on your data, something like that. Is there any format for the scientific writing? Depend on the journal. So that's why if you want to submit the science, and then you can visit the science website, what kind of format? You can, if you want to publish in Nature journal, and then you have to visit the Nature journal to understand the format. So another one, observation, hypothesis, prediction, experiment data, conclusion. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that is correct. Yeah, observation is very important. Also, observation means based on including your knowledge and study, reference. That's also important to generate a hypothesis and to get an idea. And then you have to study with very, very specific related reference.
Prof, sorry for uh, bothering you. I have a question.
Mhm.
So, is it good to decide the title first or decide the title last?
Title means a title your for your research.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
In your
title means,
opinion.
yeah, decide. And second, decide title first with your team, or based on your Finally. Based on your generate data and then rewriting the title finally. So you can, but however, first you can decide a title, and then later, based on your data, and then you can change some of your title. That's a better idea. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Prof.
Yeah. And then also based on my experience, high school student also made a mistake something. They made a broad title, and then they designed so many different things, too much, and then they cannot cover, they cannot do all of experiment during the 10 months. And then also they spend a lot of time, too much time to prepare experiment design and then method. And then they don't have a time, and then they cannot do any experiment. And then no data. Time is gone. So that's why time management is very important during the research. And then also I would like to recommend if you have some of material and to decide the material, and the material is very important. That's why based on all of you are high school student in your country. So that's why material is very important. So this so easily you can growing a plant whatever different kind of material. So easily you can use the material. That's much important. Otherwise, too much spend time to get a material. So also, if you can handling directly some of your material, that's good. However, if you cannot get some of material, you have to buy from company. You have to buy some other. You have to get from other people. You don't need to get all of things in yourself for your research. That's very important to save time, and then if to do effectively your research. 어, any 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 question? Any question is good. Everything is okay. So anything you can, you have to ask something. And then another important things for is after generate your data, and then you have to deeply think about that is reasonable or not. So that's why you cannot trust 100% your data, and then also deeply discuss with your group. Oh, okay. So based on chatting, you said that the initial time cosmetics could help. I have made some soap based on essential oil with it help too. Yes, of course. Natural product is very from based on natural product. That's good to reduce CO2 level in the earth. Yeah, that's better. A good project, I think. and then Doyeon Kim's audition. A real environmental condition in the lab is difficult. So science means first of all in the lab condition, kind of growth condition, some temperature, moisture, all kind of things pretty much similar with the natural, but however, exactly not a natural condition. However, first of all, we have to try to some of experiment in the lab condition. After generating lab condition, and then we can move it to field. So not a first field. So first of all, we have to do experiment some of lab condition. After lab condition is good, and to apply the natural condition, we have to go to the field and the outside condition. And then before outside condition, and then we have to use a greenhouse, for example. After greenhouse condition, and then a confirmation on our data, and then we can move to wild field condition. That's that kind of step is reasonable. Additionally, what alternative strategies such as data modeling, genetic analysis, collaborative field studies could help advance research in this area? Yeah, of course, we have to collaborate different group and different background, and then also genetic analysis, and then transcriptomic analysis, all different kind of backgrounds group also we can collaborate, and then or including field study also very, very important. Yeah. So basically, in my case, some of publication article, when I look at only two people, and the first OSA and the last OSA is two people, student and then professor, that's not good, which means no collaboration. Only one guy experiment do with the professor. And then many different group, and then mixed together in the authorship, that means better. And a different country, different group, that means actively collaboration with each other, and then generate good data, and then publication in Science, Cell, Nature paper. So that's why collaboration is very important with a different background. And then another one, how can I ensure my citations are accurate and ethically presented, avoiding issue like, oh, I see. But if you citation, if you writing some of a manuscript or your project, and then if you can citation, and then you have to add citation information. And then also citation means everything copy and paste, that is not good. Copy and paste means perfectly, this is not a citation. If you modify some sentence, that's much, much better. Copy and paste is not good, too bad. Yeah. So another one is, my questions are, how did you choose your field of study? And okay, that's a good question. So when I was a high school student, in science, it's physics, biology, chemistry, geometry, all kind of science there. But when I was a high school student, and then I really interested in biology class. because my biology teacher is teaching very well for me. That's why, when I go to university, I want to go to biology. And then also, I was born in the country, not a city. That's why and from the child, and then I very, very familiar with the plant. And my mother and father also farmer. That's why I help my parents when I was elementary school and middle school. So I never thought about another major. Only I focused on biology. So that's why my whole life and I'm doing the biology. For among the biology, my research interest in molecular biology, including signal transduction pathway in the drought condition and then high temperature condition, and then also how plant growing, how plant response by pathogen, for example, insect, bacterial, virus, all kind of fungus, that kind of things. On surprisingly, plant still fighting with the pathogens, and then evolutionarily, plant continuously keep evolution to fighting for survival with a pathogen. That's why my major research focused on signal transduction pathway, including gene expression, protein biochemistry, to understand signal transduction. How can we choose our research field and scientific topic? That's a very important things for you, for all of you. And then, first of all, what is the interesting in climate resilience? I think plant is very, very important to reduce CO2 level because of photosynthesis. So that's why photosynthesis level and then chlorophyll content in high temperature and normal temperature, how plants endure in the stress condition. And then that is also another good topic. It is better to choose a research field that is very well known, or research field. Yeah, that's well known is good, and then well known field is good, but also you can deeply think about among the well known data or what we do contribute in this field. That's you have to think about. Science is always moving forward to find new things. That's why even well-known area and the uncommon area, both field is good, important. So that's why if you can, the uncommon is good also. Yeah. Can you allow us to use it? We need to send a request to access it. Of course, yeah. Can a biotechnological prototype, including native plant, be made or climate prospected? Yeah, that's prototype is good. Or can we be as a program or robotics? What do you mean can it be as a program or robotics? Can you explain a little bit more? Prototype means you mean phenotype or what? Oh, how can you measure the resilience of community or ecosystem to climate change impact? Oh, that's a really good question. For example, 20, 30 years ago, when I was young and a high school student, one of our teacher told me in the class, after 20 years, probably you can buy the water bottle. We never believe because water is too much in our atmosphere. Why we can buy the water? I never thought about this kind of things. However, after 20 years, we bought water, right? So that's why if you use, when you go to a cafe and then buy uh, coffee, right? And then most of shop in the, for example, in the USA, in the just 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or 15 minutes, we can use the cup and then throw away the trash can, right? If you reduce um, um, climate resilience in the society, we have to remove that kind of cup, plastic cup, or whatever. That's very important. So also microplastic in the ocean. So many different, so many microplastic from the water, river, and then through the ocean. And some of the ocean, so many different type of fish growing the ocean and survive in the ocean. However, every day we use the microplastic. If we do not use some of product, if we reduce, and then ecosystem or climate change will be very impactfully recovery. Oh, okay. Uh, measuring CO2. Oh, okay. Yeah. So measuring CO2 level is we can easily we can measure the CO2 level. So that's a very well developed instrument very easily, and then also portable, and then we can bring in the outside everywhere. So that's why we can measure all different type of condition, and then we can measure the CO2 level. What are the most known and at least and the least known research field? Uh, most known. What do you mean the most known and the least known research field? For you means my research field or what? Romania?
I mean the common research fields that the most people talk or write about it.
For means climate resilience.
I mean in that topic. and the less known.
Oh, okay. So, uh, today in our project, climate resilience, in terms of climate resilience, we can use the plant, or we can approach water contamination, including microplastic or CO2 level, oxygen level, and then how much contamination, and then that contaminated water, and then clean water, and then growing some of fish, and then um, behaviors, observation of behavior, and then survival. So also antibiotics level, kanamycins, for example, kanamycins level, and all different kind of chemical treatment. Also, there is another approach. So if you have any interest things, and then you can design and then study and then check the reference for that kind of area, and then you can make the some of set up the some of your research and then method. So many different things. But however, CO2 level is very important. That's why if you do and then plant growing and then test something for high CO2 level and low CO2 level, and then check the photosynthesis, and then check the plant phenotype, and then also CO2 level plus temperature, high temperature, low temperature, or drought, and normal condition and drought condition. See what happens. And then also salt, NaCl level, without salt, with salt condition. So what is different between the plant? Doyoung Kim writing the chatting. We'll have 3 more questions for today. Please feel free to leave questions. So, any questions? So also, when I waiting the 3 more questions today, I would like to say some other things. So if we generate some data, and then this data, most of scientists think about for their data, my own data, and then most of people think about positively, not criticize, right? Do you understand what I mean? So when I get my data is lovely. They lovely our data without any other David questions. So that is not good. So after getting data, and then even our data, you have to criticize. What is the problem? What is the different? What is the something problem or not? That so deeply think about. Obviousness, accuracy, clarity, appropriateness, importance, logic, wide. That is enough or not? That kind of things. How can we make a combination between geo energy and then biotechnology for including the research projects? Hmm. Hmm. Geo energy and biotechnology. Even geo energy is different temperature, depend on the location. So that's why between the geoenergy temperature, so for example, three different location, different geoenergy, and then we have to check the temperature, and then or other some environmental condition, and then combine with the microorganism, animal, and plant something, and then what happening between the geoenergy area. Maybe that's one of approach, I think. So what methodologies or research design can you suggest for multinational research where in vitro, vivo, situ study may be out of reach? That's a very important and a good question.